All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Rekha Kwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone who do rule well. And I want to say Shalom to all you Akim out there pushing this truth and faith and sincerity and 100% truth across the four winds so we can seal the elect and make it to the kingdom. So this is pretty much the talk of Israel right now at this moment. This guy right here, he's a member of ISUPK, okay, the group ISUPK, and he made a blasphemous statement about John the Baptist not being in the truth, okay, and I just wanted to touch on it briefly, for those sincere Akim and sincere Akwath, in the sincere Akwath that are listening and learning, that are actually new in the faith and new in the truth. Just want to go through it briefly of who was John the Baptist and how in proven, okay, or I should say disproven the statement that this guy right here on the screen actually made, okay, about John the Baptist not being the truth. You see, and why why it was blasphemous. Okay. So, Lord willing, through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, this lesson and this video is edifying to the elect, all right? And it feeds the sheep, okay? So, first and foremost, I just wanted to go into a word, okay? I should actually put it on the screen, but I'll just read it. I actually wrote it down. So I was listening to the Apostle Gabar's lesson when he actually touched on this topic as well. I'll actually probably, Lord willing, I'll leave a link to the Apostle Gabar's lesson of him speaking on this subject. He delved a lot deeper into, disproving this guy on the screen here's statement that John the Baptist was not in the truth. Okay, so. But one of the, listening to Apostle Gabar's lesson, he brought up a word. And, every time Apostle Gabar actually brings up a, certain words, he says, look it up. Don't be lazy, look it up, So every time he brings out a word that I'm not familiar with, I always look it up, And so one of the words he brought up was herald, okay? And he used the word in the statement. He said, John the Baptist herald YAHAWASHI, okay? Herald, that's HERALD, okay? And when you go into that word herald, okay, it's the definition, it says, it has two definitions. So the first definition, it says an official messenger, okay, bringing news, all right? And John the Baptist was an official messenger bringing news, okay? He was bringing news of the coming of the Son of the Most High Yahweh, okay? He was making way, okay, introducing the world, all right, to YAHAWASHI, all right, to the coming of YAHAWASHI, all right? And the definition two was what it says, a person or thing viewed as a sign that something is about to happen, okay? A person or thing viewed as a sign that something is about to happen, okay? And what was about to happen, all right, that John the Baptist actually spoke of, okay? What was about to happen was YAHAWASHI was about to come on the scene, you see? YAHAWASHI was about to come on the scene, okay? You see? So basically, he prophesied of the coming, you see, of the Son of the Most High, okay? You see? So if he was so if he made a prophecy, and that prophecy, and the word prophecy just means to foretell, okay, to say something is going to happen before it happens, okay, i.e. herald, okay, you see, and if he was a prophet and he prophesied the coming of YAHAWASHI, and YAHAWASHI actually came, okay, if he's a prophet, how could he not be in the truth? You see? Weren't all the prophets in the truth? You see? That's why, that's why I made the statement earlier, in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that, that statement that this guy here on the screen made from ISUPK, was blasphemous, man, and that's one of the reasons why I'm not going to play the video. Okay, I'm not going to play the clip. I just pretty much screenshotted the man's face. So just wanted to go into it, man. I just wanted to make that point. Apostle Gabar brought out a beautiful point about using the word herald, and made a beautiful statement about John the Baptist, being a herald to Yahawashi. Okay, you see, he introduced Yahawashi. He introduced the world to Yahawashi. Okay, the same as we're doing right now. You see, the same as the men of the Lord on the highways and hedges. Making these what I call digital epistles. Okay, these lessons. Okay, on YouTube and on the highways and hedges. Introducing, I'm getting the world ready for the second coming of Yahawashi. You see? All right? Doing the Lord's work, man. And so I wanted to get a few scriptures. All right? Let me see. First, I wanted to get the book of St. John, all right? Chapter 1. All right, verse 19. All right, I'll start at verse 19. It says, "And this is the record of John, which the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, 'Who art thou?'" Okay, so they came and asked him, "Who are you?" You see, and in verse 20 it says, "And he confessed and denied not, but confessed, I am not, I am not the anointed one." Okay. All right, we don't say that name. We don't use the term Jesus Christ. Right, we know that his real name was Yahawashi Hamashiach. Okay, so basically he was letting them know hey, I'm not Yahawashi. You see, I'm not of the man that that I'm introducing and getting you guys ready for it to come. You see, in verse 21 it says, "And they asked him, what then? Art thou Elias?" All right, which is I think Elijah, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it says, "And he saith, I am not." And they ask you, it says, and thou, so like, "And thou that prophet? Art thou that prophet?" And he answered, "No." Then said they unto him, "Who art thou? That we may give an answer to them that sent us. What sayest thou of thyself?" Okay. So verse 23, we're going to bring it at the top, says, he said, "I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness." All right. It says, "Make straight the way of the Lord, as said the prophet Esaias." Okay. You see, it says, and they which were sent were of the Pharisees, and they asked him and said unto him, "Why baptizest thou then? Why baptize thou then? If thou be not that anointed, or Elias, neither that prophet." All right. It says, "John answered them, saying, I baptize with water, but there standeth one among you whom ye know not." You see, he is, so like he it is who cometh, so like who coming after me is preferred before me. You see, he's talking about Yahawashi. All right. It says, "Whose shoes latchet I am not worthy to unloose." All right. So he's saying, like, he's he wasn't, hey, I'm just a messenger. You see, the one that's coming after me was preferred before me. You see, all right, he's greater than me. You see, and his shoes, basically his shoes, he cannot wear his shoes. He cannot fit his shoes. Because he know that Yahawashi came to be that Salaki, I can't think right now, but he came to be that sacrificial lamb. You see, for the nation of Israel. All right. You see? So he prophesied, just going back into that word herald, all right? It says a person or a thing viewed as a sign that something is about to happen. You see? You see? He prophesied the coming of that sacrificial lamb. You see? YAHAWASHI. You see? So how could he not be in the truth? You know? You know? So, any man that would say John the Baptist wasn't in the truth don't have the oil, okay? They don't have the oil, man. Any man that claims to be in this truth that says John the Baptist wasn't in the truth doesn't have the oil, man. All right? They're foolish virgins, man, and let me get into that. All right? Going to the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 1 through 4. It says, Then shall the kingdoms of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, okay? It says, which took their lamps, all right, which is this truth, all right, which is the spirit, you see. It says, and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And who's the bridegroom? YAHAWASHI, man. All right. It says, and 5 of them, all right, so half of them, all right, out of those 10 virgins, it says, and 5 of them were wise, all right, and 5 were foolish, all right. And this guy here, him and so-called men that claim to be in the truth, but they're spewing madness, like making blasphemous statements like John the Baptist wasn't in the truth. They are of those other half, those 5 those 5 foolish virgins, man. You see? Because they don't have the 100% truth, man. They don't have the oil, man. All right. Verse 3. All right. It says that they were foolish. It's like they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. You see. And just like Apostle Gabar said, a part of that not a part of them not taking the oil with them. All right, is not going into the words. You see. Not doing thorough studying and researching, you see. And that's why they make blasphemous statements like John the Baptist wasn't in the truth, all right? Because number one, the Lord isn't dealing with them, all right? Because if the Lord was dealing with them, then they would have the oil that they need, you see, to fill their lamps, all right? They would have the 100% truth, you see. Verse 4, it says, but the wise took oil in their vessels, all right? So it's like it. But the wise took oils. It's like it took oil in their vessels with their lamps. All right. You see, when you have you have to visualize. You see, a lamp. You see, I forgot the name of the lamps, but the older lamps. Okay. Where that they had to light a fire within the lamps. Okay, and you had to carry it. And hold it up. Just to see. All right. Well, that fire, all right, burned off of oil. Okay. And eventually that fire is going to consume all of that oil. Okay. Eventually. All right. And that's why you have to pay attention to that lamp. You see, you have to take care of that lamp, so that you can keep that light burning. All right. And you have to pay attention to see how much oil you have in that lamp. All right. If you need to refill it, then you need to refill it. All right. You need to go study more. You need to go pray more, fast more. Ask the Lord for for understanding. You see, that's a part of that oil. So people that say John the Baptist wasn't in the truth, they don't have the oil, man. They're a part of those half of those foolish virgins, man. All right, those 5 foolish virgins. All right. All right. Also, if John the Baptist, wasn't in the truth, let's look at the fact that the scriptures speak about John the Baptist actually baptizing YAHAWASHI, man. You see, let me actually Matthew 3. Let's start at verse 11. Okay, it's the book of Saint Matthew, chapter 3, verse 11. All right, it says, "I indeed baptize you with water unto repentance, but he that cometh after me is mightier than I." Okay, so this is John the Baptist actually speaking, all right, and he's telling the people, right, and he's speaking about YAHAWASHI, all right. That's him that cometh after him that is mightier than him. Okay. He says, whose shoes I am not worthy to bear. All right. The same statement that he made back in the book of St. John, chapter 1. All right. It says, he shall baptize you with the Holy Spirit. All right. And with fire. You see? It says, whose fan is in the hand, and he will thoroughly purge his floor, all right, and gather his wheat into the garner, okay, and that's talking about the elect, okay, because Yahawashi, it's said in the scriptures, all right, that when Yahawashi makes his second return, all right, he's gonna make his return simultaneously while those ICBM nuclear warheads are being shot off to destroy nations, all right. You see, and in the midst of that is going to be the elect, all right. And the scriptures say that the Lord is going to call the elect into his chambers. Lord willing, we are a part of that number. Okay, He's going to call the elect inside of his chambers, all right, which are the chariots of the Most High, all right, the chariots, all right, which the world ignorantly calls UFOs, all right. Those are the chariots of the Most High. Okay, you see, He's going to call us into his chambers, all right, to get to shield us from the destruction, man. You see, all right, when He actually comes back to baptize with fire, all right. The scriptures say he's coming he's coming with his rebuke of flames and fire. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. All right, it says back in verse 12, it says, but he will burn up the chaff with unquenchable fire. Then cometh Yahawashi from Galilee to Jordan unto John. All right, so Yahawashi came unto John. Okay, it says to be baptized of him. All right. See, verse 14. It says, but John forbid him. All right. So but John forbade him. All right, saying, I have need to be baptized of thee. You see, and comest thou to me. So he's saying, well, because John the Baptist understood who Yahawashi was. You see. He was out there preaching and teaching of the coming of this man, all right? And now this man is standing right before him, man, and asking him to baptize him, And he's looking and he understands the greatness of Yahawashi. So he's looking at Yahawashi like, hey, you should be baptizing me, You're much greater than I, as he said, as John the Baptist said, So that's how, he had a lot of respect for Yahawashi, you see. And that's why he made that statement, all right? Verse 15, it says, and Yahawashi answering said unto him, suffer it to be so now, all right? It says, for thus it becometh us to fulfill all righteousness, you see, to fulfill all righteousness, all right? So reading on, it says, then he suffered him, all right? And Yahawashi, when he was baptized, went up straightway. It's like it went up straightway out of the water, and lo, the heavens were opened unto him, and he saw the spirit he saw the spirit of Yahweh descending like a dove and lighting upon him. All right, I'm gonna keep reading. It says, and lo, a voice from heaven, Yahweh. Okay, and lo, a voice from heaven saying, This is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased. You see, after he got baptized by John the Baptist, all right. So how was he not in the truth, man? So how was John the Baptist not in the truth, man? That's blasphemous, man. And us here at Great Millstone, our apostles on down, the teachers of the men that taught us and the men that taught them. Okay. We understand, through the Spirit, if for those that can receive it, all right, we understand that John the Baptist, all right, was the prophet Elijah, okay, all right, you see, and the scriptures speak about the prophet Elijah, okay. Let me get that book of Malachi, chapter 4 and verse 5, okay, 5 and 6. It says, behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. All right. So before Yahushua makes his second return, okay, and baptize the world, okay, baptize the world with rebukes and flames of fire. All right. You see, he was gonna send Elijah the prophet again. Okay. Verse 6, it says, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children. You see, he's going to turn the hearts, all right, which is your lab, or okay, your mind, all right, lab yad, minds, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers. Okay, so he was going to bring the nation of Israel, okay, the elect, all right, back to remembrance of who they are, okay? You see, of who we are, all right? He was going to start that. You see, he was going to start that wave of remembrance, okay? You see, it says, least I come and smite the earth with a curse, all right? And we understand, like I said, us here, the men of Great Millstone, all right, GMS, we understand, from the apostles, all right? We understand that John the Baptist was Elijah, okay? All right? In the reincarnation, all right? I'm going to get scriptures to prove that as well, okay? As far as reincarnation is a real thing, okay? This is not the first time any of us has been here on, what the world calls the planet Earth, okay? You see? John the Baptist was Elijah, okay, in the reincarnation, all right? And like it says right here in Malachi chapter 4, verse 5, all right, the Lord was going to send Elijah again before that great and dreadful day of the Lord, okay, the second coming of Yahawashi, okay? So before that second coming of Yahawashi, okay, he was going to send Elijah again, okay? And we understand, like I said, through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, for those that can receive it, Elijah did return, okay? And that was Rabbi Abin. It's like a Rabbi Abba Bivens, okay? You see? Salakia. That was Rabbi Abba Bivens, okay? You see? And he did turn back the hearts of the children back to their fathers, okay? And vice versa. You see? All right? And Rabbi Abba Bivens, okay? He taught King Masha. Salaki, I want to say this correctly. All right, Rabbi Abba Bivens. He taught King Masha. Okay. All right. Elder High Priest Yaikwab. All right. And the High Priest Ariah. Okay. You see, for those that can receive it. All right. And those men, it just went on down from the apostles today, okay, the apostles of GMS today on down, all right, to brothers like myself, all right. So hey, man, Thawada Yahawashi Shai, man, it's all prophecy, man, So knowing, let me go into proving those scriptures on reincarnation, all right, because there's reincarnation, which means that John the Baptist was in the truth, man. He always was in the truth. You see? All right? This is the book of Second Esdras, all right, proving that reincarnation, all right, is a part of our it is a part of the world, and it's a part of our customs, all right? You see? It says this is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 14, verse 35. It says, for after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. You see that? You see, you're not going to hear this from your Christian pastor, man. Okay, he's not going to read this to you. Okay, some of them might bring out some scriptures that they've never, that you've never heard, because only because the man of the Lord are on the scene, man. But like it says for after death, all right. So when you die, right, your spirit, right, goes back to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, all right, in which made it, okay, because He made all spirits, all right, good and bad, all right. It says all spirits, right, go after you die goes back to Yahweh, all right, in heaven. You see, And that's what you get. That's when you get judged for whatever you did in that previous life. Okay. It says when we shall live again. Okay, and then you come back and you live again. You see. All right. So you die, right? And then your spirit goes up to the spirit world, right? To Yahweh. You get your judgment for for whatever acts you've done in that previous life, all right? And then you come back, all right, to live out your judgment, all right? That's when you shall live again. You see? It says, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. All right. I want to get one more to Salakia. Just backing that, all right, proving that point. The book of Numbers, all right, Salakia, chapter 14, verse 18, all right. All right. Salakia, bear with me. All right, it's the book of Numbers, chapter 14, verse 18. It says, and the Lord, Yahweh, all right, is long suffering, all right, and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, all right. It says, and by no means clearing the guilty, you see, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation, all right. You see that? So that's when you shall live again, like it spoke about in 2nd Esdras chapter 14, verse 35, all right? You see? That's when you shall live again, after the third or fourth generation coming back through the seed line of your father, okay? You see? So, I'm going to end it there. Lord willing, this was edifying. Salakia. Salakia. This phone is acting retarded. Like I said, Lord willing, this was edifying through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, all right? He fed the sheep and edified the elect, all right? And proved that, this guy right here from ISUPK, making that blasphemous statement, was blasphemous, It was not true, And this guy has no understanding. The Lord is not dealing with this guy, And, yeah. So I'm going to end it there. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim, Rechakwadash. I want to say Shalom and Abba Babal.